in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built the wall, we built the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
Section 14, this is an important section you've told me before. It's kind of my last important section of my proposal.
Yes.
What exactly do I need to include in there?
Your section 14 will link back to the very last layer of your research. And remember we spoke about this earlier on, and we said the first 4 layers of the onion will go into your section 9, and it's the last layer that will go into section 14. So in this section, we would like to see some thoughts on the instrumentation. What methods of data collection do you plan to operationalize for your study? Why those ones? So if you say that I'm going to be doing a questionnaire, then again you can justify your choices in here. You have to give some thought to the kind of questions that you might want to ask as well. So if you're going to be including some open-ended questions or closed-ended questions, for an example, and why those? What kind of information are you looking for from your respondents? What exactly do you want to learn from them? Those are the kind of things that you will typically place in section 14 of your proposal.
Okay. So there are 5 different research instruments, right, if I remember?
Yes.
Questionnaires, we have interviews, which you mentioned before. The one we talk to many people at the same time, focus groups.
Focus groups, yes.
Right? You can do observations.
Absolutely.
And then the last one is content analysis, if you want to do like website analysis and things like that. Okay. So I've chosen already questionnaires and interview. So I need to explain to you why I've chosen questionnaire, what do I want to learn from the questionnaire, type of questions I'm going to be asking, closed-ended, open-ended, and then I need to do the same then for the second instrumentation again. So I've chosen instruments. All right, because that to make sense, right? So section 12, I talked about who I want to talk to, and then section 14, I tell them what I want to ask them and what I want to learn from them.
Absolutely.
Okay. So it's really kind of everything
in logical
order.
As you see on the research onion as well. That's the whole point of having this structure in research onion.
All right. Do I need to also provide you with my questionnaire?
Yes, that needs to be included in your proposal as well, and that could be the very last part as the appendices in the very last part of your proposal. But if you can already provide your supervisor with a rough roadmap of your interview questions, for an example, or if you've already developed your questionnaire, for an example, they can then guide you and give you some feedback on that as well. I mean, you can expect that this will probably go through a few revisions before this is fit for purpose, and you can go out with this and start gathering your primary data.
It's not going to be my final questionnaire because I don't think it will be...
Unlikely. Your literature review is not developed fully yet at this point in time. More themes might emerge when you're reading around the literature a little bit more, but this is already a good start. So if you have, let's say, some structure in your questionnaire, the organizations that you might be writing to, they even might want to see the kind of questions that you might want to ask from the employees and their guests, and you can already start sending
these things. Like a first draft.
Absolutely, the first version of your instrumentation.
Right, sounds to make sense. Overall, we have 3,500 words for the entire document. Can you just guide me in terms of how many words per section? I know you don't really like to do that, but can you have an indication of what you expect?
Sure. Typically, you would include about 1,500 words in section 8, about 1,500 words in section 9, and then the rest will be in section 12 and section 14. So roughly half and half between section 8 and section 9, which is going to be the bulk of your proposal.
So the ethics goes extra?
It's not that much. You're not maybe just 2 or 3 sentences under each one of those, so maybe just about 100 words out there.
Okay. And then, as we mentioned before, at the end I added my list of references, all of them combined, and then after that I put another appendix which would be the research instruments. So a copy of my questionnaire, a copy of my interview question, or my observational schedule, or my content analysis, grading scale.
Absolutely, those will be the last parts.
All of that goes again. All right. Thank you very much for all your help.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
So this is the end of these videos on the proposals. We've covered every important sections. We invite you to review them as many times as you need in order to have a complete proposal. If you have in any doubt, please don't hesitate to liaise with your supervisors that can give you specific indication and specific help in regards to your own topic. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. After a while, we're going to come with some new one, talking about the literature review, the methodology, and going on in the rest of your work. Goodbye.
Unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.